Good day, everyone! Welcome back to Let's Play ArcLad 2 with me, EclecticAndrew the Gamer. I'm here today on Yago's Island in Udo Village in Vilmer's lab to start with distributing some of Deekbeck's XP. Maybe just some of it for right now. I definitely want this golem to level up some more than what he's currently at. Let's see what this gives him. Because I did already do a little test run with how much XP I can give him. And he gained some nice spells. Or already has the spell, I'm not sure. Let's check really quick. Because where I'm going next, this spell is going to be very helpful. Okay, he already has the spell and he just leveled it up. That's perfect. I'm satisfied. Then a lot of more XP is going to go to Pondit. Yep, definitely like the Pondy boy. Let's put the rest of it onto Pondit, yep. Let's get Pondit up some more XP. Because Pondit's very useful. I love Pondit so much, he's so useful for the game. And he's just gained all three of his throw ability. Nice. I did also switch Pondit over to have that sticks item I picked up from the Killer Wolf, Quagar, whatever his name was, over in the Forbidden Ruins. So, Golem? Sure, he'll punch things. And I'm thinking I will bring along Gargoyle and definitely Maneater. And if you know the game, you already know where I'm going, so let us head over there right now. And now, if you don't know, now you know, we are here in Flores, Liza's homeland. And remember how last time I was talking about Gia being used multiple times in this game? Yeah, there's the name Gia again. I guess maybe it was just something used from Gaia or something, but Mother Claire's cave. Gee, I wonder what this is. Wow, looks like you can see in the background over there that there's some kind of town or castle or cave or house. Just something back there in the shadows. I don't know if that's supposed to be there or if it was used in the actual game or if that's exactly where we're going. But we're going to enter Claire's cave now. And like I said, if you know this cave, let me tell you the people that don't know about this cave. This cave can only be accessed by way of the Nol Crystal we got from Liza's grandfather. Only one bearing the sacred proof can proceed. Do you bear it? I sheathe my sword and bear it, yes. The words you speak are true. From this point forward, only beasts may proceed. Beasts? It is far too dangerous for you humans. Tread these caverns cautiously. Yeah, this is kind of a test to see how well you have trained up your monsters. As a means of, let's say, let's bring Jackal along for a spell. As a means of seeing how well of a monster trainer you are. Okay, Pondit, I'm counting on you. Yeah. Well, we are now in Mother Claire's cavern, and we are going to proceed through the cavern as best we can. As successfully as we can. There's a switch. Okay, did not mean to do that, but I did it anyways. Did the correct thing. Did the thing, got the points, we won the thing. Oh boy. We are going to be in a very dangerous place right now. Oh. Well, this cave is very dangerous. If I had explored that cave in the last room we were just in, we would have been in a butt-ton of trouble. But for now, let us charge up with our spells. Guys, we are in this battle now, and we want to focus on winning this battle. And the way we're going to go about that is with these spells. The strike power, the protection, the speed up, the speed down. And Maneater actually has acid breath, so that'd be pretty useful. deal a little more damage. Or he can throw some seeds at the other enemy monsters. Now, like I said, I gave Pondit and Golem some XP to bring them up to speed, because the monsters in this area can be pretty rough and tumble. Very rough and tumble. I believe... Let's leave Gargoyle here, just because he's a little weak. I believe some of these monsters in this cave can be up to level 60, or even 70. But if not, they're very tough and very inconsiderate of our ability as monster trainers in this game. And especially if you only have Pondit in your team as the only available monster, he's not going to get through here all by himself. No siree, not whatsoever. Yeah, I was right. Jackal has distract range. I should rename him Quagsire. The Jackal. For that Pictionary battle. Pictionary clip. Maybe I will someday. Yeah, here we can see the bats are using their Dark Shield spells to defend the shadows and themselves from dark spells. And we've used protection and strike power in order to defend ourselves against their knife attack. Let's speed up our buddies now. Speed up. Wise up. Eyes up. And for now, we're just gonna punch. Punch. The face. Whoa, look at your damage. Here we go. Let's use another acid breath. That should lower their defense of some kind. Yeah, lowers their actual defense. And I take one of them out. Nice. I'm gonna keep Jackal nearby just in case we need to run away from them and they end up trying to chase us down. I'm like, no, Jackal, sacrifice yourself just to distract their range ability so they cannot chase us effectively. While we go heal, which is another reason why I bought so many apples, is specifically for this dungeon. Although, honestly, with the experience I have from having done this cave very horribly in my practice file a couple months ago, as well as effectively using Deekbeck's experience division, I think I might get through this cave pretty easily. On plus the fact I picked up that golem. This golem here is a pretty big bro. He's gonna help Pondit carry through this cave very easily. Plus, honestly, having the Styx weapon, the Styx Fang from that killer wolf, ooh, that's dealing so much damage. That's dealing a butt ton of damage. And giving Pondit one of the things I love to use him for very effectively, MP. He doesn't have a lot of MP, but he uses it very effectively. Whether with just strike power or with cold breath. I love that cold breath, I always have. That breath ability has seen a lot of use throughout my life. Even back first time I played this game, back in the Fork Tower dungeon that I keep talking about every now and then. I used Pondit in that team, and he carried that team, and he didn't fully carry that team, but I loved using Cold Breath. And there seems to be a minecart in the way of that switch. Whoops. Okay, that would seem to be why I thought there were so many monsters in this room, is because it was a trap monster battle. So, here we go. Level 3 cold breath. Yes. Let us breathe all over these shadows. You will not survive my chilly cold breath. Oh, now they're doing damage upon it, and I don't have a healer. But I do have apples. Those apples are gonna help Pondit stay alive if he can eat them. But if not, hopefully I have enough revival powders on hand too. Because I think I have quite a few of them as well. Wow. This is going a lot better than my practice file. Yeah, my practice file, I died 20 times here. I ended this cave having 200 gold or something. It was funny. Not funny, haha, but funny. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's so funny. Ha ha ha. Yeah, funny like that. Let's have Jackal or Man-Eater heal up Pondit, because they should be going up soon. Having protection and speed up will help the team survive. And I should be able to throw one of these apples with one of my monsters. Even though like I said, Homer's lab, that my Pondit just gained all 3 of his stats for throwing ability. So Pondit can now throw apples and whatnot wherever he likes, as opposed to just like onto himself or for some other whatever reason. I'm gonna try attacking with Gargoyle. Ooh, Gargoyle damage, yeah. How strong are these shadows then? Are they only level 30? Maybe I just did a ton of crap of no monster raising in my practice file. Maybe that's all that happened. I just didn't use Pondit, and I felt bad, and I went through here with Pondit, and being low level, and it just sucked. Complete, total, as you say, ass. Let's see, Man-Eater has some damage, let's heal him. Her. Plant. Plants typically have both genders. Because they have stamens and pistils, both. Sometimes. Usually. On most occasions. Or can be self-flowering. Self-pollinating, or... what other ways can plants breed? Well, I mean, yeah, they use bees. Not use bees, but they attract bees. Man, I hope they find some other kind of pollinator for flowers to survive on. The flowers themselves is what I mean. I don't mean to say humans need to God mode flowers and say, hey, you will now be pollinated by this and that. I suppose maybe that might be a smart idea for some mad scientists to say, here, fly, you like flowers, you will now pollinate the flowers for them. Or genetically modify flies somehow, or I don't know. I do like one idea I have, which is basically the communal-ing idea for bees. Because you just need queens, right? They don't have enough queens, but also the fact that a lot of bees just randomly die when being made a lot because of all the foreign matter in the air and everything, and the pesticides, and just doesn't work out too well for bees, especially not all the time. Especially not enough time for them to make enough queens to pollinate the world all the time. It's causing a lot of problems that way. But I do think maybe a little bit of using cloning technology on a queen or 2, or 10, 20, 400 queen bees would be very effective on repopulating the world of bees. Because you gotta figure 400 queens that make, like, say, 800 boy and girl bees, well, boy bees, that will pollinate and protect their hive for them all, might very effectively restart a bee population. Because you gotta figure sometimes those colonies are gonna crossbreed too. Do you think they would? I don't see why a random bee can't go into another random hive and say, hey, queen, how you doing? Well, that's not how the way it works. The pollinators do not... The ones that fly around do not go into the queen's room and say, hey, how you doing, queenie? They are the ones that gather pollen and honey jam, or not honey jam, but what's liquid pollen again? Nectar. There we go. I knew there was a word I was thinking of. Nectar. Flower nectar. In order to feed and make the royal jelly for bees. I know some things about bees. I'm not gonna say I don't know anything about bees, but I know some things, but I'm not gonna say I know everything either. Because I definitely don't know everything about anything. That's why I'm not a god-tier gamer. And I honestly don't want to be a god-tier gamer. But if I can show other people sometimes how to, some other random games or enjoy some stories with y'all, I'm happy to do that. Kind of like a book club, but a video game club. But other than that, just show you how to play the game, or at least how I play the game, and hope you enjoy watching it. And if you learn something, if you pick something up from it, and are able to apply yourself, then I'm happy for you, because that's pretty good learning instinct. I think is to learn something from watching or listening, and not that I'm explaining the best throughout the game. I'm expecting most of you to have played at least 2 or 3 video game series before, and I don't explain every half-hearted little detail. Like I'm not the best at explaining things, I know that much. I don't try to explain everything either, but because I just don't want to overload you with just information. I just want to... I do just want to share the games with you. Like a book club, but a video game club. That is what I like to think of these Let's Plays I do as. Doesn't always have to be successfully work out that way, but I hope it brings some joy of entertainment to you, watching and listening, and/or listening, and that you how to say, feel fulfilled in watching this. Like, this is a rare game, honestly, right about now. I don't think many people know what this game is nowadays. It's only a 5-game series. It's on the PlayStation, a retro game console. I don't think it was released on the emulator of the PlayStation 3 and 4 to much reception. Though it is an A title, so you would think that it's something everyone would see every once in a while, more often than not. Because A comes before everything else, you know? So you gotta think Arc Lad is gonna be pretty high on the list of video game emulation library stuff. But hey, you know what? I think we might be done. No? Not done yet? No, wait. Auto rocking? Pondit? It's me. Good job, Pondit. Let's go. The exit is just ahead. Okay. Is it? Have we made it through this cavern successfully without any deaths whatsoever? I'm amazed. Hello, dearie. You are Liza of Holn, are you not? How do you know me? I know many things, some important, some not. I know of you because you bear my curse. I too am from home. You are Mother Claire? Oh, don't call me Mother. I never did fancy that. I wasn't given a choice. Just call me Claire. I know that you did not choose to be born with your special gift. I also know that you have endured a great many trials because of it. But you must be brave, Liza, and live. You may come here any time, and I shall do whatever I can to help you. Thank you, Grandmother Claire. Now that is a title I don't mind, for once. I've always wanted a grandchild. Ah, Liza now is a grandmother. What can I do for you today, dear? Well, first of all, Mother Claire is has her own currency that you make use. She's kind of like another shop. You can class change any monster you have in your party, so long as you have this needed, required levels, and that Nol skill is the currency for doing so. Wow, these are some nice names. As you can see, monsters can class change essentially into higher tier of monsters and different types of monsters depending on the monster itself. Like the skeleton can go into a bunch of different humanoid types of monsters. Looks like the skeleton is like a 0 class, like a recruit from Fire Emblem. Have they had any recruits since Fire Emblem Sacred Stones? I know I'm not sure if the Three Houses or anything, or the whatever had any recruits. But see, where Man-Eater is its own type of monster, promotes along each different tier of Man-Eater. Fighter is a human type, goes into these other humans. Bat is a bat, goes into bats. Jackal, lizard, monster, basilisk. Ooh. Pondit! Pondit is kind of a 0 class monster, and so long as he has the high enough level, he can go into these other monster types, such as the Death Hound, the Dark Elemented, Wolfie, or he can even stand up on his hind legs and become a werewolf or a were-tiger, or jackal, or a wolf zombie. Wow, Golem can become a golem or a devil. Interesting. Whoop, don't go left. Honestly, I think Iron Golem might be stronger than Stone Golem. Yeah, he is. Yeah, I captured a pretty strong Golem there by picking up that Golem. Oh, this is a type of monster we've barely seen yet, a Sphinx or a Nightmare. Sphinx, Manicore, type monster. Mummies become mummies. Gargoyles become gargoyles. Devils, as we've already seen, become devils or golems. That's pretty nice. But there's 2 other things we can do here. We can sell a monster we don't prefer, or just want to make some space or make some cash. If I were to press A, I don't know if it would ask me for confirm to sell the monster, or just automatically just outright sell the monster right away. But if you do it that way, and I don't think you would get your item back that you have equipped on it. You know, the item, weapon that monsters have equipped on them when you sell them. So be careful what you equip and sell them with. Now, what's this? Add ability. Add ability. It lets you look at all your party members and select that party member and say, oh, do you want to learn Retaliation? Yeah, Mother Claire has a bunch of different skill. She's kind of like the skill book. The skill tutor. Move tutor. Like from Pokemon. She has the ability to teach just about any skill she wants to any character. And so long as that character meets the certain requirements and you have the certain amount of the Nol Crystal points in order to learn said skill, you can learn a bunch of different skills from Mother Claire. All these great skills. They are pretty great skills. That's a new one. Oh, that's a really good one for Shantae. There are... Now, honestly, I've never used Mother Claire's skill learning system before because I just don't focus enough on min-maxing my party members. But I do know the guides I read from like Shotgun Nova and everyone else on GameFAQ. They love these skills. The skill system, like Invincible here, that's a great one. That's temporary canceling. That's like Clang from Dragon Warrior 3 and 1 and 2 and whatnot. You know, the HD ones. I'm surprised. Keyleth's supposed to learn something when she levels up. And... she hasn't learned it yet, and I'm surprised. But yeah, that's... You can basically min-max your party members and give them all kinds of different things to learn and use in battle, and... that is Mother Claire's shop. That's what she does. Well, give me 1 minute, everyone. Give me 1 little minute. Alright, sorry for that little break. I had to respond to something on my phone. Really important thing to respond to. It has to do with what I do in my IRL life. A library. Mother Claire seems to be someone who is well known in Holn mythology, really. In the Holn, well, Holn is the name of Liza's hometown, and... well... oh, I was gonna say, what books does an immortal person need to read every day to get through their day, especially in this little cave, all by themselves? Maybe themselves and some monsters, maybe they have a little farm somewhere in this cave system that lets them go out to a valley and say, hello, my monster friends. But no, this is just Mother Claire's library and bedroom office. Gee, I wonder what that's like. Well, now we can automatically enter Mother Claire's cave, leave Mother Claire's cave, go right to her house, go right outside. Very, very, very helpful. Especially if we were able to gain enough Nol Crystal points, which only have less than 3,000. So that'd be very useful for later on min-maxing abilities and whatnot. And I think I saw that the monsters do sell for money from Mother Claire. Where she got that money from, I don't know. But let's make sure Liza's grandfather's okay. Let's go check in on Grandpa. Last time we were here, he was blocked off by a boulder and taken to a laboratory. Oh no! What's happened to him now? Oh no, the entire village! No! What happened here? Even the cows! Even the windmill got torn to pieces. What the fuck happened here? Grandfather, Liza's grandfather, are you okay? Something very bad happened here. But what? And why? Better yet, where have all the villagers gone? Did they all perish? Perish the thought. Huh? Who? It's more damned undead. Your tardiness has cost lives again. I demand to know why you did this. The people of Holm were innocent. Why did you attack them? Always jumping to conclusions. The people of Romul are to blame for what happened here. It was they who attacked and killed. I won't believe it. You're lying. Believe me or not, I do not care, for soon it shall not matter. For you see, I have come to claim your souls this day. And damned undead indeed. Elk, Liza, let's bring you in really quick to help out. To take matters into your own hands. I'm hesitating. That's not a good thing. You know, let's bring Grug in because he's a light-based attacker and he'll end these monsters instantly. Bring Paco in for support and everything. Choco will do damage. Choco will be our Choco is here to do damage, just like Grugga. And Elk is here to be a hero. Because Elk is a great hero. He's an awesome hero. And these Necromancer, these Grim Reapers are dodging all my abilities. Nice to know. But, will we discover what happened to the people of Holm? Sadly, it seems that they've been killed, according to this Grim Reaper douchebag. Like, coming up, talking to us about taking our souls. And I don't know, are those bloodstains on the floor there? With the boards kicked up and then some bloodstains over here, or is that water stains from, like, rain or something? I can't believe how badly torn up this this village is. It's nuts. And why on earth would the people of Ramul, of all places, do this to them? I feel like there's some dark, deadly conclusion that's gonna come to light here. Will we destroy the people of Ramul for attacking the people of Holm? Probably not, because we are heroes. But we might just want to rub it in their face if they truly went all out and just slaughtered the people of Holm for no damn good reason. But surely they wouldn't do that. People are normally good. On the inside. Deep down. But why? Why did the people of Ramul attack? Though it shall be difficult, you must conceal your grief. I believe they were driven to this act, controlled by some force. Yeah, probably that too. You mustn't show emotion for this loss, or you may put your own life in danger. Come on, Liza, let's get out of here. Oh, poor Liza. So much suffering in her poor young life. But now we must travel, not to Holm, but to Ramul. Maybe if they were controlled by some dark, preposterous force of Andal's creation or some such, they're just in just as much danger as the people of Holm were. Surely they must be saved. Sadly, our tardiness has cost Holm a lot of lives. Whoa, what's with this ass creepy music? Death to the evil village. Death to the evil village. Jeez. Holm has been destroyed. Justice has been served. Really? The blood of evil must flow onto the land. The land wants not for your blood anymore. Destroy. Destroy. The village must burn while I read this book. The village must burn. No, can't say it isn't so. Is this like Children of the Corn movie? I don't know, I never saw Children of the Corn. Destroy Holm Village. Must not sell goods. Must destroy Holm Village. I have nothing for sale, I must destroy. The Beast Talkers are gone. The Beast Talkers are gone. What about the guild? Surely not even the guild, too. The guild must be unaffected by this craziness. Holm is an evil village. That freak from Holm scares me. Jeez, really, guys? Holm should be burned to the ground. Yeah. Nice. Only minusing 2 monsters. Well, maybe we will find them in our coming escapade here in Flores. But gee, I wonder. If they're under control of a mind control device, we know we should be looking higher than ground level for the secret sauce of Andel's plan. Gia Temple is nearby Ramul and is pretty tall in its own right. Maybe we will find the source of our anguish here. Only believers are allowed inside the temple. Please leave here. Only believers, please leave. Emotep, emotep, dot dot dot, dot dot dot. People closest to the temple seem to really be out of it. Well, there's not really much we can do here at the moment. And it's been a pretty exhausting, emotionally draining day. Why don't we stop by Ramul Inn really quick? Take a little breather. Surely the inn is open. Hey, it's Leets. Leets! Hey. What happened to you, Leets? Don't you remember me? Hone is evil. Leets! Hone is evil. Well, there seems to be a consensus here. What's going on? Liza, calm down. The winds of Ramul are obviously blowing ill lately. It seems to be affecting these people's minds, like they're brainless, mindless zombies of some kind, like they're trying to eat brains that they don't have. But they are all speaking ill of Hone in the same terrible tone. Someone or something is controlling them. You mean they were guided into attacking Hone? Sounds like Ramalian handiwork to me. But how? Well, even I cannot control an entire village, so it must be a great power. We should stay here for a time and watch the villagers. This force may direct them again. I agree. Well, if we're here for a time, I suggest we rest. What? But the owner is out of his mind. Wouldn't we be taking advantage? That's what you're worried about, Paco, not the brain eating. Paco, the owner would certainly be happy to have us, I'm certain. Yeah, just plop enough money down on his counter for 2 rooms and we'll be happy. That's better. Nappy time. Don't forget to write in the diary, kiddies. If you are following along and having any trouble whatsoever, or are doing some kind of random don't save after every file save, staggering your save files, let's stagger your save file right here and right now, because if you get stuck here and cannot do anything, you are going to be stuck here and you can't do anything. You are going to be soft locked and you cannot do anything to get out of it besides going through the next dungeon. So, stagger save files, everyone. Whoa. What's that dang-ass bell? It's loud as hell. What's that sound? The bell at the temple? Why is it ringing now? Snea? Strange. Look. What's happening? People are walking somewhere. Let's follow them. Hey, we're all up. Well, now we've all been awakened by the bell. Have we been saved by the bell? How could you not be? And did you see how strange the people out there are acting? Something weird's going on, that's for sure. Temple Gia. Temple Gia, the Archmonk calls. Emotept, we must go to the temple. Leets! Wait, Liza. Ark, I have to go. If something terrible happened to him, I don't know what I'd do. Eliza, we don't know what's going to happen. You could be put in danger yourself. We're all going, but we have to mingle with the crowd. Hopefully we can avoid drawing attention to ourselves. Walk like a zombie. Walk this way. Talk this way. I'm a zombie. Whole and evil. Brains good. Must have brains. That reminds me of 2.5 Men, with Alan saying that Charlie's daughter is like a lesbian zombie, to put it mildly. And Amber Chamberlain, her character, goes after the girl she's dating at the moment like a zombie. Puts her arms up and waves them in the air, and, like following her, like, must have. Because they were not talking about brains at that moment. In that bit. They were talking about something girls who like girls like. They're headed into the temple. And Amber Chamberlain's character was very much like her character's father, Charlie Harper. Wait! You are not of the fold. Your deception will not go unpunished. Hey, they're mummies. They're mummy superiors. I make that joke every time. Now you shall be judged by Gia, the Dark God. Well, I don't appreciate your judgment, good madam. Let's see. Let's go with this. I think we'll just be using this party for one moment here, so it's not too important or anything to decide right now. Emit deadly coffin light? What the hell is coffin light? This I have to see. I've never seen this before. Oh, that's cool. It's kind of like the dragon from... the evil dragon from Dragon Seed. That's a very niche game as well. Like I was saying, this game is pretty niche in its own right, and many people might not know Octolad, and Dragon Seed is an even more niche game, and it's like a Monster Rancher, but dragons. And I like it quite a bit. Monster Rancher's okay, but Dragon Seeds is the bomb. Sauce and sauce, as they say years ago. Well, these mummy superiors are already taking a pretty big beating from us. And I say that, and Deekbeck instantly misses 3 attacks against the mummies. Well, I was hoping to get a little farther than I am right now. Just to say offhand how far I am in my thoughts of what I want to do. Although that's right, there was 2 periods where I cut. They wouldn't be long cuts, but they would certainly give me a couple more minutes to not make this an obscenely long episode. So, in the spirit of not making this an obscenely long episode, let's go a little bit further. Hopefully it will not be obscene. My, obscene, my dear. Your video is so long. Long arm and law, indeed. I think now I'm just babbling. Babbling the words that are coming to my head. Maybe I should stop now, what do you think? Ooh, a thunder punch. How about a choco kick? Damn, these mummies are guarding so strongly. Really strongly. They're guarding every attack or blocking or dodging. It's ridiculous. Ooh, a card. Oh, a wonder card. What's the deal? It's like the... It's basically the level of card that a Sinea would use after the black card she has equipped. But it's also one that is like the long sword and Grizzle Fang. Can be very changed elementally to whatever person's using it, I think, is the way it works. Which is why it can be so difficult to get a certain synthesis weapon without using the Monster Arena disc. That comes with this game, of course. I wonder, how would you people that were playing this game on your own time, in your own fashion, without the PlayStation disc itself, how would you get the Monster Arena game along with your gameplay? Is a mystery. Something strange is going on inside this temple. It seems as if the people inside are controlling everyone outside. Then let's just work on destroying the building. Simple. Let's go, Liza. Okay. Okay, everyone in. Don't shove. We're not gonna go single file, but we're not gonna shove. Oh boy. That's a foreboding temple. Kinda reminds me of Magus' castle. Only this one's a lot more foreboding. Actually, this reminds me of something from Legend of Mana, too. Something dark and evil from Legend of Mana was similar to this. Wonder what that was. I can't think of it at the moment. And yeah, like I thought, here we go with a brand new party. Let's grab these 3 for right now. And Liza's not going to get full use out of this dungeon, but let's bring her along now. Get her some use out of this dungeon. And Grugga will be a lot of help in this area. He's going to be a lot of help throughout this entire dungeon, honestly. Give me 1 more minute. I'll be right back in 1 minute, everyone. Just as soon as I get up these stairs. What? Yeah, what indeed? Oh, it's Listen to me, followers of the great Gia. Holland has been destroyed at last. Hail! Our fair country has finally been saved. And I say unto thee, I proceed, but many other evils yet exist and threaten our world. We followers of Gia will exterminate those evils. Where did this guy come from? Where did this Gia... So, these are the ones that destroyed Holm? Oh, Grandpa. No time for grief yet. We must look closer at what we see. Look past what you think you see to see the truth. The people, listening intently. There's something wrong with the layout of this temple. Really? It has a flow, a design that is distinctly Romalian. Oh, okay. And these monks, I can't shake the feeling that they aren't what they seem. They're using some kind of power to control these people, like say a mind control device. So Leech is under their control too. Most assuredly. We've got to find a way to break their trance, and fast. You're right about that. Something terrible is going to happen if we don't. Let's go. So, now then, we cannot proceed into the pews, or into the center, past these spikes, or anything over here, or... Hello, person, you're standing here. Can't talk to you. I don't think I can go up here. Oh, I can go up here. Can talk to the back of this person's head, who looks strangely like he has a face on the back of his head. That is frightening. Of course, I have bad eyes and a very psychotic brain, so sometimes I see things that aren't there. Not like that I see things that aren't there. Sometimes I just see things in the... You know how the neural network can see things in the... Like, see a face in the clouds, or... Stuff like that. I don't see things... God, now I'm explaining myself to the internet. Good God, I need a doctor. I need a doctor fast. I'm losing my brain. Did you think you were losing your mind? Yes, yes I did. Oh, good. Well, then see a doctor. Or if you want to hug something, go hug a tree. That's from Toph. It's a funny line from Toph in Legend of Korra. Because for some reason Korra wants to hug Toph, and Toph's like, puts up a stone barrier or tree barrier, or stone barrier, I think, and Korra face plants right into the barrier and goes, Toph goes, oh, you want to hug something, go hug a tree. Because Toph loves trees for some reason. She's very big fan of trees in Legend of Korra. She lives in this mystical swamp in the Earth Kingdom and can feel the pulse of life throughout the entire area, throughout the entire land, because that swamp's roots reach so far and can feel such a distant areas and people and everything from its roots. And since she can feel the ground and the roots and the trees and she knows a lot more about what's going on than you would think a person living all by themselves in the middle of nowhere can learn. Let's focus on this battle. There's going to be some undead here in this dungeon, which is why we bring Gruggo along to instant kill the monsters and not let them have their HP protection, fatal HP protection, or we can get them down to their protection HP and finish them off for a little extra experience for someone else. Like Lazar Deepbeck. I should have saved her for Lazar Deepbeck. That skeleton that I just killed. Zombies. Zombies are a rare monster, honestly, for you to capture or have in your party, so honestly, maybe if you want to try, if you're following along and you're trying to collect all the monsters, and you don't have a zombie yet, have Liza grab a zombie, as best she can. Just try it again and again and again, and get one of those zombies for yourselves. Because that's not something I've talked much about in this game, I've talked a little bit about it, how with, like, the demi-monks over in the Romalian battleship dungeon we went through, how they have that missable item because they're a missable battle. And that's for the synthesis shop, but if you're collecting the monsters as well from Mother Claire and Changara's picture book and whatever, anything you want to collect the monsters for, there are actually two types of missable monsters in this game: the zombies and the ninjas. They will only appear during story battles. They will never appear during random battles throughout the entire game, as far as I know. Which is what I've read off the game facts guides I read all the time. Not all the time that I read them for this purpose of doing this Let's Play. So usually when I open up my game and turn on my video recorder, I am reading the game facts guides to make notes to myself about what I'm doing here and now. Or to look up when I should do a job and hunt some monsters. Like, honestly, there's some monsters over in Grace Shrine we could hunt. Or there's monsters here in Flores we could hunt. I'm not gonna hunt any more monsters until I get through with this dungeon, this section of the game, because this is a small checkpoint to open up more jobs and more story progression. Doing both Brachia and Flores one after the other. And you can do Flores before going to Brachia. I did it in my practice file and it was not fun. But that's mainly because I guess my practice file characters kind of suck. Mainly because my practice file people do not have level 60 conversion data and all that. I don't have Choco, I don't have level 60 Hemoji, Keylak, nothing. I don't have all those items over in Changara's shop. I don't have Odon, Fujin, Rajin. I should probably go get those guys, though. I think I can go get them, even without the conversion data. I've done something very stupid. I've blocked off all my easy access for Deepbeck to blow full breath all over the place. You know what? Why not? Catch a zombie. Failed to catch zombie. Okay. Did I say what the other missable monster is? It's the ninja. The ninja class of monsters. Kind of like how Ifrit was in the beginning of the game. Ifrit? Shantae's brother. He is a missable... the ninjas are a missable class of monsters, just alongside the zombies. Skeletons, as you see, are collectible from many various types of monsters, and like the fighters, the robbers, the skeletons, the what have you, the doll masters. Yeah. Yeah, you can basically get quite a few. Very handy monster class changes because of some monsters just share a monster type with other monster classes. Like how Ponded is a rabid wolf, so he can become a stronger wolf, or he can stand up onto his hind legs and become a werewolf. So, if you're trying to collect all the monsters, and it's not just collect all the monsters, it's also kind of a thing of the picture book where you can have Liza scan the monsters. Because, of course, you can scan your own party members. And did that skeleton just cure? No, he just cast direct power. Okay. I freaked out for a small second thinking that skeleton knew cure. And I'm like, the skeletons in this game are paladins, are they? Yeah, they're not. I'm pretty sure they're not. Fairly mostly sure that the skeletons in this game are not paladin-type skeleton monsters. Maybe I'll try to catch that zombie up there too. Although I want to check out that skeleton. Do it, Liza. Take them out. Yeah, level up. Good girl. Good job. Why is it we will say to a dog, good girl, good boy, but to a person we'll say, good job, good game, good show? I feel like it's stupid to say, but it's like it's offensive to... Okay, I'm going down a rabbit hole of stupidity here. But it's offensive to say good gender to a person. Like for doing something good, you're not gonna say to like a 7-year-old girl, good girl, it's good job, girl. That's very offensive to the little child. Not just because of the gender-based gender identity politics, not politics, but the idea, gender identity stuff of people that we need to deal with nowadays. Not need to deal with, but need to deal with soon. And a means of, as a means to getting along with people that we are having trouble getting along with. We need to get along with more people better, stronger, faster. Better nowadays than we should. I saw a video on YouTube about that, about how back in the World War II era and World War I era, how we would write letters to our loved ones across seas, and it created this big, humongous, generational trauma that we still live with nowadays. Because it's like we're always in love at people, like Niles and Daphne. How Niles was in love at Daphne for many seasons, millions of hours of seasons, and never really got together with her until, and even when they did get together, she freaked out at realizing how much she was in love at her, thinking how she could never live up to what he saw her as. So she started eating everything in sight. And then... Oh, sitting on Grogu. And then with the way of... That's interesting. With how things are with Oh, these are very powerful. I did not know that. With the way people are in love with AI instead of going out dating all the time, or then even the fact that they date all the time, like Joey from Friends or Barney from How I Met Your Mother, how they're just interested in the got the notch, and then that kind of trauma is all. That video is very awesome. It stems a lot from how we behaved a lot very early in our childhoods and adulthoods in the World War II era, which a lot of people want to get back to in some stupid fashion and think that it's so great and everything, and because they were the greatest generation. We had the boomers, we had the golden age of television, we had the golden age of everything. And yet, it's not really the most healthy of times that we humans went through, and it is a wide-bearing problem, because a lot of the world, it was a world war, a lot of the world went through all this trauma. Even Africa went through a lot of this trauma with World War II, because a good deal of it was also taken over during the how you say, enemy phase of their invasion of the world. Expansion of the powers of the Axis, whatever it was. I might be turning this into a little bit of a long video now then, even though I know I've cut out about like 10, 12 minutes of this maybe by now. But I'm gonna make this a slightly long episode, even though I'm running out of things to talk about. To the point where I'm babbling, to where I'm going off on tangents about World War II, and how we are talking about my phone beeping at me in the most inane of times. Huh. Oh yeah, Nella is at the point of Pokemon Legends where she's going into the sewers. The sewers under the Carvana fountain? Sharpedo fountain. Is it a Sharpedo? Because it's water type. It's a water dark type that beats her ghost fire type. Not Masay, but her, she's looking for the person that's lost so she can do the promotional match against the dude. The big bro dude, the himbo. I don't know, I just want to say something about ships, I guess, but, you know, shippers that... I guess what it is I see some small bits in the story of Emma liking Ivor. Where it seems like she likes to smile at him, but she... You know what I mean? She likes... It's like she likes him, you know? In some fashion, but... That's not really... I don't know, is it healthy to ship people? Because... I guess you're just projecting your own... wants and desires upon a person? That you find them more... to be more in love with this person instead of... randomly just being alone, or liking some other person that's not good enough for them, you think, or some such. I guess it's this form of being in love at someone, is being in love for them, and thinking that someone would be a better fit for someone. It's really not your choice, it's their choice, who they want to be in love with and who they want to be in a relationship with. Even to the point of whether they're making the wrong choice or not, to where they're in a super abusive relationship or some such, that's not your choice to make. It's their choice, and it's not exactly the best choice they could be making, I think. Of course, not any of us think that to be in an abusive relationship is a good choice, but some people choose those types of relationships. Some people flow into those types of relationships. I mean, there's the Hell's Angels, and they have wives of their own, and they have their wife rules that wives must follow. That I've never looked into what that article is outside the headline, because there's these headline articles on... Oh, story time. Sorry, give me a moment. Oh, what's this nun doing? What? Our temple has been defiled by Ark and his followers. Find and destroy them. Damn them to hell. Oh, where are they going? Why are they going up there? A hidden button was pressed. Oh, that thing moves. We are evil. Wait. I shall accompany you. I will not let this project be undone by these heretics. Well, they've just shown a way deeper into the temple. A hidden door revealed by a hidden switch by way of a covering doodad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure once we get up to the 3rd floor and just step out onto this observatory deck, we will get to see them open that... Oh, I thought there was room down here. They will open that hidden passage to the inner temple. Oh, I'm still going up. Oh, and I'm getting a little lost. Not entirely lost, but I'm a little lost. Oh, we're going up somewhat further, or is it down? I think we are now in a hidden treasure room. I think that's where we are going. Yep, hidden treasure room. And it's a treasure of ground Grizzlefang. Yay. Oh well, that could be a stronger weapon for Pondit if you didn't have the sticks by now. Like, I don't want to take off the sticks. And there are still... I want to check because the other side, because I found this hidden treasure room over here. I want to make sure that I get the other room on the other side, because this seems very symmetrical and evil and temple-y. So I just want to check over here. Make sure I get any hidden treasure. Because this temple is honestly a one-shot, one-time visit of a dungeon. But if I go in the other hallway, I have to go through another monster battle, don't I? Yeah, I do. Oh, hidden treasure right here in this room up here. The Earth Blade. Huh. This seems to be an Earth-like temple. I wonder if it really was supposed to be the Gaia Temple. And they just wanted to downgrade it to Gia as a way of not offending the Greeks. Oh, treasure and some more monsters. You know, it's a long episode. Let me skip this monster battle. I'll meet you here in one moment. Okay, and a stronger weapon for Deekbeck. Not too bad. Especially since we brought him along with us. I think it's a stronger weapon, because that's a knuckle. He gets the punch to... Doesn't say it's stronger, but let's check his status then. Because it says it's increased training level. So, would that bring the knuckle punching from level 4 to level 7, you want to say? To 8, okay. Now he punches much more effectively. I guess I'm going to say a little bit more in the same vein of presuming to... Not to say presume, but to say... Put upon that what you say is more effective than You know, in the regards of shipping, you know, like how I feel like Emma looks like sometimes she's smiling at Ivor because she's like, she likes him, oh, she must date him, oh, no, okay. But no, it's not just that, it's also like my opinion on, like I was talking about World War II there for a minute. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a way of humans to be opinionated, I could say, in life. But it's not just about what is right or wrong, but it's also like more about you don't want to just put yourself above another person and what they think all the time, you know? You want to trust yourself, sure, but that's for you and yourself. That's not always going to matter to anything else that anybody else is thinking about this or that. Which is why you may or may not be watching this right now and thinking, oh, I enjoy this person, I enjoy this Let's Play, and that's a good thing, I would say, is to find an enjoyment of entertainment you enjoy. Which I try to be entertaining. Not the best at it, of course, but... But of course, I am just putting this out there as my own... Like a video game club is what I want to do. This is a video game club enjoyment of... You know, like a session. A video game club session. That's what I look at this as. And I'm pretty sure I visited both sides of all the rooms here. I just want to check one thing really quick. Give me one little... Not out the door. I did not mean to go out the door, you dumb. I was pressing to the right. Not down in any fashionable sense of the word. Because there's one room I want to check to make sure I hit it up. Because if I see that I hit it up and I am happy, then... If not, yes, it's right, I went up the stairs and came down here and... Okay. Yep. Okay. So, long video, sorry for that. Anyways, take care of yourselves until next time. I hope you enjoyed watching this video in any fashion you enjoyed of stuff. And take care of yourselves until next time, and have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.